Baltimore Ravens. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right to 35. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready. Sit hard. Hey. Sit hard.
On first and 10, Jackson. Pass right side will be taken in by Walker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Two nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
It's a three tight end look as they have it first and 10. Yeah, the first carry for King Henry. He'll push forward here down to about the 27. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
On a quick.
Second down and 8.
Report.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. As he throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it, so we're able to move forward.
And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Mahomes to Rice for a big play. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Play action here. Mahomes, he's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Pacheco. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
Hold on, ready?
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. He'll go again here with Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Sit hot! 180! 180! It's hot!
He'll try and run for this with Henry. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
No, come on. 180.
Jackson looking to throw. That's taken in, and he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game. They convert on 4th down.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
To the air one more time with Jackson. And it's into the hands of Flowers. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they go to work on 1st and goal.
What are you? What? What are you?
Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
Jackson now on 2nd down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
3rd and goal for Jackson. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. Mark Andrews, touchdown Baltimore.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On second down, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Forced out wide. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of one.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
No, we sit hot. We change it.
Back to throw, Jackson. Open man is beaten. He's got him. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. Jackson now. He is caught. He finds Walker. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. That pass play good for 22. First down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A give right up the middle to Henry. The hole closes quickly. They'll pick up about 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
It's hot. Hey, hey. Sit up.
Now Jackson, this a design run. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Go ahead. Hey, Alpha, come on. Hey, hey. What?
Jackson from the gun on third down. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
A loss of 9. Brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, it's Tyler Loop for the Baltimore field goal. This from 34 yards. His kick is good. And the Ravens go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Mahomes now to throw on second down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
And his passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming.
Attack!
They're indeed going, and it's Mahomes. And he's going to have the Chiefs first down, and it's a big letdown there defensively. Somehow they allow them to convert on fourth and long.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down.
Trust me, Mike, I've been there. You're this close to the goal line. You're thinking you're going to score, and it's going to be 6. You're fighting, you're clawing, but you can't lose the ball. Everything has to be about protecting the football. Your heart drops when that ball slips out of your hands, and in this case, kind of dodges a bullet as this one goes harmlessly out of bounds. That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
From the 2 now, here's second and goal.
Yellow!
They'll run with Pacheco. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From back at the 5, here now third and goal.
Yellow!
They put Kelsey in motion.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. 15, 15. Right side.
Third and goal. Mahomes. Headed left. Buying time. To the end zone. It's intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
What? 13, 13.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. They go play action with Mahomes. Pushed out to his left. Going up top. That is brought in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big one there to start the second half. 59 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
So after the big play to start, now we have 1st and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance.
He's got his big tight end, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Justice Hill to return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He
just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Second down, Jackson. Pass right side will be taken in by Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Give them 14 on that ball. Good for a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, out. Ready. Ready. No, we changed it. Report. 180. Shot. Sit up.
Jackson up top again. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Again, it's Jackson. That one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30.
Look, I think any time, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of a ball game, it's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? How can we give our side a clear advantage? That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points. And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Offensive line did their part, but the rush finally gets home and brings them down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long.
Third and 12.
Mahomes back. On the run to the right. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Bryce. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, KC.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
First down throw, Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's first and 10.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up, and until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
On first and 10, it's Mahomes. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
A gain of 14. And the first down, Chiefs.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. A pickup there of 13, and the Chiefs have a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Rolling right. He keeps it himself. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a nice game, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Yellow.
Off the play fake. Here's Mahomes.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
They'll try to run this one in. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
A 22-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs going to take the lead. It's now 13 to 10.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
And they will finally get him down. He gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flower. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to clear.
And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it. The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the 3rd quarter has come to an end. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Change it. Middle. 13.
From the gun, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And he's in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
On is Luke to add the extra point. His kick is good, and the Ravens make the lead 4. It is 17-13.
Chiefs 13.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On play action, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, it's Mahomes. To the ground, it's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Yellow. Attack.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's complete left side for Worthy. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. Looking back to the middle of the field, it is caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
What really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Second and 1 now from the 21. Mahomes now to throw again. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is first down and goal. To the air once more. It's Mahomes. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You know, once he broke the pocket, Mike, I actually thought he was just going to call his own number and become a runner. I thought he had some green grass out in front of him to take it in, but he decides to put it in the air instead and falls incomplete.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Off the play fake. Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, They were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
3rd and goal. Mahomes. Flush to his right. That is caught side of the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
I'm ready. You at?
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing Jackson. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's good. For 27 and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Middle.
Jackson now. This one complete to Bateman. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Hey, Ozzy, check out. Go. Hey, middle. Go right here. Report. Sit up.
Jackson up top again. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. A pickup of 21 on that connection. 1st down, Baltimore.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Again, it's Jackson. He's got it about the 8. And with that 1st and goal, he is down inside the 10-yard line.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can, and now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. First shot, Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Luke now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Ravens have taken a 4-point advantage.
Chiefs 20.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Forced to his right. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Chiefs.
They'll drop to throw. Moving to his right. And taking a shot downfield for Kelsey. And he'll take it on in. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, KC. That's his second touchdown of the afternoon. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal.
That's the score. Chiefs 27. Ravens 24. Harrison Walker to kick off 14.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Jackson looking to throw. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Walker. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. He'll swing this out wide to Henry. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout.
At the 11-yard line.
Here's Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the fourth. Another try, 2nd and 10.
Hey, report! Report!
From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double get the first down and save a timeout. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal. Here is first and goal. Jackson going to keep this one himself. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
It's a loss of 1.
The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From a little further back, here's second and goal. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. For the lead, here is third and goal.
Sit on! Sit on! Sit on! Go ahead. What are you? It's up. Sit on!
This one caught at the 4. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. On is Luke to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens have taken a 4-point advantage.
Ravens 31, Chiefs 27. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Yellow! Let's go, Lou, 80! 43! 43! Let's go!
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Here comes second down.
Yellow! One! Easy! Hey, color!
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding...
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And the Ravens are right back.